most recently, proof and evidence that social services does nothing but bully people. There is a prior video that I made where I was attacked by Kay Van Duzen, the social worker from Delaware County Social Services, and Anna, I don't know her last name, was never given that, the parent aide from Delaware Opportunities. I was forced to sign a worthless contract, which they told me if I didn't sign it, it didn't matter. Those were the rules. The signing, it's just part of their process, I guess. First of all, in speaking to my attorney yesterday, there's absolutely no reason that I should have supervised visits. He can't understand this either. But they told me, as I recorded in this video, this is just standard procedure. Well, he told me, no, it's not. During this meeting, they bullied me about my son's EpiPen, which he had when we packed him up. I don't know where it went in the meantime. At any rate, they made a big, huge fucking deal about it, like I'm trying to kill him or something because he doesn't have his EpiPen. So, as soon as the supervised visit was over, I made arrangements, called the doctor, had it all set. So this was last Thursday. As of yesterday, in talking to Kay Van Duzen, my son has yet to get that EpiPen that they made a big, huge fucking deal about me getting, which I completely agree. He needs his EpiPen. I don't have a problem with that. I didn't know he didn't have his EpiPen. We weren't allowed to go outside during our supervised visit last week because he didn't have his EpiPen. So as recorded yesterday, no, he still doesn't have his EpiPen. It's a big, huge deal where I'm concerned. But where social services is concerned, or where he's been placed with my elder daughter, that part doesn't matter. It was only about bullying me. Had nothing to do with the importance of his EpiPen. Because if it did, he'd have had it. So a week later, he still didn't have it. And Kay Van Duzen, the social worker, says to me, well, I'll have to follow up with that. This is the same person who will not return my phone calls, will not return my texts. Do not go to social services for anything. They're not going to help you. They're not going to support you. All they are interested in is funding. And unless they rip your family apart, they're not going to get their funding. I have told Kay Van Duzen several times, I don't know why you continue to treat me like this. I put all of this on YouTube, and she keeps repeating to me, I don't do social media. I don't do anything with YouTube. So yesterday at the end of our conversation, when she said to me, yet again, I'm not on YouTube, I said, well, you are now. When I first met her and tried to explain to her the situation, my circumstances and what I'm trying to do, like working with Senator Oberbecker's office, she fucking laughed right in my face. Laughed. What right do these people have to treat people like this? I am homeless because we were living in an apartment that never should have been approved by HUD. I contacted HUD out of Delaware County at Delaware Opportunities. I contacted the codes guy through Walton, Josh. I don't know his last name. In the meantime, he doesn't work there anymore. I contacted our doctor's office, UHS in Walton, New York. Everyone that I could think of at the time, I contacted. I called social services. I tried to turn in my landlord because nobody else was going to do anything. I was told by the child abuse report line, I'm not able to turn in my landlord. They don't take calls like that. So I said, fine, I'm turning myself in. I need help. I thought social services would help. They've done nothing. Nothing. Now, I have been trying and scouring for a 3-bedroom apartment. I can't even express how long. We ended up in that shithole in Walton because I was looking for a 3-bedroom apartment, and that's all I could find. Do not go to Delaware Opportunities for anything. They're not going to help you. They're going to refer you to 50 million different programs within their own agency, and every referral gets them money. Most of the agencies there within Delaware Opportunities are just repeat services. They're not doing anything. Don't go to them. Stop making sure they get money. If you are in the middle of a problem with social services or Delaware Opportunities or anything to do with Delaware County for that matter, get out of that county. Call other counties. Call a senator. Call legal aid. If you are in a position that you need help and you need someone to talk to, you need just anyone to figure this out, call MCAT. They can help you. The Mobile Crisis Assessment Team, call them. Do not go to Delaware County Mental Health for any reason whatsoever. Do not do it. Call MCAT and get referred to Cornerstone. You'll get a counselor. You can talk to them right from home. They can come to your home and talk to you. Do not go to Delaware County Behavioral Health. Don't do it. We are in the middle of a housing crisis. I have been trying to find an apartment. Most of these apartments, they're just scams. I've spoken to many people, qualified people, people from other agencies that help people try to find housing. Most of these, they just want these outrageous prices for application fees. I question whether there's actually an apartment. My attorney through family court can't understand why social services isn't trying to help me find an apartment. No, but they took my child support credit card, entered it into Zillow for their stupid fee. According to Zillow, you have 30 days. You can look all this stuff up. But by the time I got back to where we were staying, the Buena Vista Hotel, when I signed back into Zillow, they wanted more money. My children's father, Todd Quick, I filed papers to have the support increased. I was denied immediately, just dismissed. And he does not have to maintain health insurance on our kids. He does not have to maintain health insurance on these kids. He works installing solar panels, making almost $100 an hour. But the magistrate ordered the county to maintain Medicaid and Fidelis on our kids. I do not understand any of this. Social Services hit me with their car. Delaware County Social Services on Beale Boulevard in Sydney, New York. In 1981, the day before kindergarten, a CPS worker hit me with their car. I have struggled with actual physical problems my entire life because of this. And until I went to Dr. Sethi's office out of Vestal, New York, I never connected the dots that all the problems with my upper back are all connected to the problems with my lower back. Although I went to Cindy Cantwell out of UHS in Walton at Dr. Freeman's office, Cindy Cantwell is a physician's assistant. She sent me to mental health over it. Offered me mental health, which I said, sure, anybody could be a better mom. I'll go to mental health. I had no idea she was sending me to mental health because of the actual physical problems my body is manifesting because I was hit by that car. I am now almost 50 years old. Time, gravity, and that trauma has taken its toll. Do not go to UHS in Walton. I am telling you right now. Get out of Delaware County. If you have a problem there, contact me. We can do an interview. I will put it on my YouTube. If you don't want to appear on YouTube, put something in the comments. Give me permission to share it. So today I have supervised visits. A supervised visit with my sons again, which I can't even imagine how they feel. I can't even imagine. I'm not accused of child abuse. This is in prior videos several times out of I don't know how many people's mouths over at Social Services, and I record it and I put it on here. But I'm not allowed to see them. I'm not allowed to talk to them. I'm not allowed to text with them. I can only see them for 2 hours a week, being monitored by these parent aides who are uneducated. They have no qualifications for this whatsoever. Do not go to Delaware Opportunities. Do not go to Delaware County Social Services. They are the poorest county in New York State. They are completely under the radar. They don't have any oversight. They are just free to do whatever they want. And they are just ripping families apart. Intentionally. You have got to go back and watch that video where Kay and Anna had me at a park here in Afton, bullied me, lied, threatened me. Used everything they could possibly gather against me. If there is anyone out there who knows any avenues of anybody that I can talk to, put it in the comments. Please help me and my sons, please. I cannot get Social Security. I was already denied the first time, not because my physical condition doesn't qualify, because I could not get consistent medical records because I had to rely on Delaware Opportunities Transportation, Delaware County MAS Transportation, A&D Transportation, and I could not get to my doctor's appointments because they just plain and simply won't pick you up. A&D left me and my son in Oneonta for 5 hours after a doctor's appointment because they took off. They picked us up on another trip with a driver. When we got out of our doctor's appointment, the whole van reeked of pot, and we had no choice but to ride with her because they wouldn't do anything. They picked us up another time in a van that was full of carbon monoxide. And when I made the driver call the dispatchers, again, they just left us. Get out of Delaware County. I'm telling you now. Leave. If you are in a position that you need any kind of help whatsoever, which you should not feel bad about, COVID has left so many people in a position where they are just financially broke. They need help. And you are going to get scorned, shunned, treated like shit for having the audacity to go over there and ask them for help. We were homeless, staying in the homeless shelter in Delaware County. But once we have a place to stay, we're not considered homeless anymore, is what everyone keeps telling me. And I went to social services for food stamps, and I was told by Rhonda Terry, well, you're homeless. You don't get food stamps. Watch my prior videos.